All right, Bill, you ready to talk about Loki this week?
You bet your bloody ass I am, mate.
Why do you talk like the crocodile hunter?
What are you talking about, mate? I'm from Australia. I always talk like this.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta be confused. I'm actually a variant of your Bill that was born in Australia.
cool. Say didgeridoo.
Don't patronize me, you American swine.
Say boomerang.
God.
Koala.
I'm a variant that's an archaeologist now.
The version of me that's somehow you. What?
And the version of me that sat on this side of the table.
That's a real roundabout way of saying you just wanted to switch places.
Oh, hey, this is the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Bill, and that's Chris.
We're really gonna do it like this? I feel weird sitting here.
Fine, we'll switch seats. God. There. You happy?
Yes. Welcome to the Out of Touch podcast.
We already said that.
Oh my god. So aggressive. Which version of you are you now?
The version that I've always been.
Okay.
Your jackass friend.
Nice. Well, we're here to talk about the Loki show.
Season 1.
Yeah. I don't know. Everybody in the world watched this show. Everybody had theories.
Some of that actually turned out to be true this time.
Begrudgingly, yes.
So should we just... Alright, so premise of the show. Remember Avengers Endgame when the Loki that took the Tesseract took off? Well, this is what happened next.
He got in trouble for doing timey-wimey stuff, or at least trying to do timey-wimey stuff, because he wasn't doing the right timey-wimey stuff. And there's only one timeline, and there's time cops.
Yeah.
They should get Jean-Claude Van Damme in this. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, you know, what did you think of the Loki show?
It was alright. It was mostly fine. Not as interesting as I thought it would be. It had its ups and downs. It had some cool stuff. Kind of made me want to throw up a little bit towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think it started strong. You're like, oh, intrigue, mystery, what's going on here? And then as the show kind of progressed, it was like, okay, this is all right. Then like the final episode was kind of like, what? Oh no, really? And that's kind of how I felt. So yeah, well, we're gonna do spoilers, and we both have our unique takes on this Marvel property. It's the next episode of Marvel, and unfortunately, it may be like necessary viewing because, oh boy,
Multiverse of Madness.
yeah,
And maybe stuff with Spider-Man.
possibly.
We don't really know.
So I guess you want to go through the characters and stuff.
So our main character is a variant of the Loki we knew, though he only went as far as the first Avengers before he got time copped.
Yeah, so he's still evil, but then he sees the video of his mom dying, and now
And-
he's not evil.
Because he was told, oh, by the way, that was your fault. You did that.
Yeah,
Oh, also, here's you dying. But not before you reconciled with your brother. See, he did love you.
yeah. You died fighting Thanos, or
You went out like a bitch.
you sure did.
It was the first of many scenes, many scenes in this show where two or more people sit in a room and talk.
Doesn't bother me that much, to be honest.
I have nothing against conversations, but after a certain point, I'm like, I thought this was going to be a show with like interesting locales and stuff happening.
So you were like, when are we getting to the fireworks factory?
Yes.
I get that. What did you think of Agent Mobius?
I liked him. I mean, Owen Wilson, he's generally pretty likable and things.
Yeah.
I really am one of those people that wants to see him on a wave rider.
That would be fun.
Or jet ski or whatever. Yeah, it was jet ski.
Yeah, it was a jet ski.
Yeah. So I'm waiting on that. I guess
Yeah.
season 2 better happen.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I liked Agent Mobius a lot. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like, oh, cool. It's like just like this, you know, guy doing his job, and he's pretty much, you know, he has all the best scenes you've seen in the trailer.
Yeah, he's like a by the book cop.
Yeah.
He's completely aware of all Loki's bullshit.
I want to see so badly, even though it may happen just because we saw the Korg and Deadpool thing. I want to see Agent Mobius like take Deadpool to the TVA after Deadpool 2, and like just like have Deadpool answer for the shenanigans at the end of his movie.
You shot yourself in the head.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, but nobody liked that version of me.
be so fun, but.
The door's been kicked open. Anything's possible at this point, I guess.
Yeah.
So Mobius decides he needs this Loki's help to deal with a different Loki variant.
Yes.
Who is, when we first see, is all mysterious and under a cloak. And, well, I think everyone was like, oh, it's Lady Loki. They're doing a Lady Loki thing. They're doing a Lady Loki thing.
Yeah, Lady Loki.
Kind of blended with Enchantress.
Yeah, I guess so.
Using the Enchantress's name, Sylvie.
Yeah.
At least one of the Enchantresses. I'm sure there's like 6.
I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the Thor mythology, to be honest.
But, you know, I mean, Enchantress also has like a horn helmet, blonde hair, like this version. So it's a composite character.
Yeah. The only, like, Thor thing I want to see is, like, when's Beta Ray Bill coming?
They've teased them.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people wanted to see Throg, which we kind of got. But
We did get.
we would have had more, but they were cowards.
Oh, man.
We were supposed. They shot an entire scene where,
Really?
yeah, Loki was attacked by Throg at the TVA.
Oh, man.
Like Chris Hemsworth recorded dialogue for it and everything,
That's so awesome.
and yet they were like, there's no room for this. You were wrong. you were wrong.
I mean, it's a streaming show. You technically can just do what you want.
Yes, you have nothing but time.
I mean, maybe they'll just release that as, like, a special little, like, thing.
It's not worth it at this point now, is it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why have a scene where something happens in a show with people just sitting around talking? Why have that?
Doesn't bother me that much. Like,
Well,
maybe it was like I liked all the Loki and Mobius stuff.
I did like that. I
It
guess
was the Loki and Sylvie stuff that you're kind of like, okay,
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
what's going on? Are they in love with each other?
Ugh.
Like, I guess we should get into Sylvie a little. Well, we already did. She's the Enchantress, and she's a Lady Loki.
Yeah, she's a variant of Loki that, at first, I guess most people just thought Loki was like, I'll just be a girl. But she says she was born a woman, so she was just always a girl, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. We don't really.
How does this work? Did they just, because they keep seeming to reset timelines, did they just reset it at one point and Loki was just a girl and they kind of shrugged and went with it for like 8 years and then it was like, she's playing with dolls, no good, nope, bad. We gotta grab her.
It's weird because it's like all the other timelines seem to like be branching off of like one timeline, but clearly there's like some major diversions. Like they show different variants of Loki, and like some of them are like, you know, a big like monster Loki, and
I mean, he could have got hit by a gamma bomb.
yeah. But whatever. It's
I mean, the best variant of Loki was alligator Loki.
yeah, definitely alligator Loki is best Loki.
It's the best version of Loki, period, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, or as I heard it being called on Mr. Sunday Movies, Locodile.
It's an alligator, not a crocodile.
It is an alligator, isn't it? Yeah, he's more dark green and he's like fatter.
It's got the rounded snout and everything.
Yeah.
And everyone says alligator.
Yeah.
Everyone calls it an alligator because
Yeah.
it's an alligator.
Yeah, that's true. So he's American.
Yes. Yes, this version of Loki is American. That's weird.
That's cool.
Yeah. That's why he's so much more aggressive.
It's true.
Bite your fucking hand off, President Loki.
I like when Agent Mobius is like, that alligator's a liar, which means he's possibly a Loki.
It's like, I don't recall an alligator Loki, so I think he's a liar, but that makes him more likely to be a Loki.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, this show, you know, is going to have a season 2, and there are quite a few unanswered questions by the finale, because we don't really know what the deal is with the female Loki beyond her timeline was destroyed. We don't really know why the timeline was destroyed, just because it was another timeline.
Yeah.
That was divergent off the one timeline. They decided, like, this is how we want everything to happen on this timeline.
Yeah, the so-called timekeepers.
Yeah.
And she even asks that Renslayer girl, it's like, why? What did I do? And she's like, I don't freaking remember.
Yeah, it's just like
which is pretty cold.
yeah, we've killed so many timelines that
You were just another day at the office.
pretty much. So it will be interesting to find out what exactly her.
If we even do find out.
Yeah,
It could have been nothing. Like,
Yeah.
some of these people, it seems like, oh, you stepped on that blade of grass. Death!
Yeah. Who knows? Like, I've heard some interesting fan theories that are like, oh, she wanted to be a hero or something. And I was like,
we just
whatever.
see, like, a little girl playing with her toys.
Yeah.
So we don't know what she did, other than maybe she was on the path to being, like, a good person.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's no good. Loki's got to be a prick.
Yeah.
Death to you.
Loki's a bad person.
Yeah. He's got to be a prick till he dies.
Yeah. Trying to think, like, the TVA is an interesting aesthetic. It's like
Weird.
1970s.
Yeah. 60s, I'd say.
Think so?
Kind of like that 60s, maybe early 70s.
Yeah, I mean, it's all analog stuff. So,
Yeah.
yeah 60s, 70s, Miss Minutes, which is like a intelligent hologram computer thing.
Weird cartoon.
Yeah, it shows up. It's kind of fun. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say.
Oh, I got some stuff to say.
Like, besides just getting to, like, the finale stuff where I'm like...
Before we get to the finale stuff,
all right.
I guess this kind of dovetails
I
into
guess
the
we
finale
gotta talk
stuff.
about the self-cess stuff.
Yeah, we gotta talk about the weird self. What is wrong with you, Marvel? Why are you so disgusting? It's like another version of himself, but it's also effectively like a sister or twin sister. What is Marvel's thing with twincest?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that may not know or remember or blocked it out of your memory, Ultimate Marvel was a thing, and in the world of Ultimate Marvel, the Ultimates, who were their version of the Avengers, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, identical twins, brother and sister, were fucking each other.
Yeah.
Nobody liked it. It horrified everybody. Super gross, and all I got was reminders of that thanks to Loki loving himself. Sure, Loki is the ultimate narcissist, and loving himself seems to make sense.
Yeah.
But don't.
It was so icky.
It's sick.
It's like, oh no.
Like, gross.
Yeah.
No. Children watch these things.
It didn't bother me as much until like they like made out, and then I was like, oh no.
You know what's crazy? I have to look to verify this because I saw some people throwing around a quote from like I think it might have been the composer who I don't think got the memo about what happens later. It was like, oh yeah, it felt like Loki loved her like the way he loved his mom. And it's like, whoa, I don't think you read the script, pal.
Oh no. Man.
Oh God! Look, I know in like Norse mythology, Loki like fucked a horse or something, or became a horse and fucked something. I don't know. But
Something.
Yeah, I don't need to see Loki make out with a version of himself. It's just weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. Why did you do that? I'm not forgetting that, Marvel. You're sick. You got some issues you need to work out. You need some therapy. You need some help. This is not okay. This is not okay.
Oh man. You're like,
It's incest.
It is.
It's disgusting.
It's self-cess. It's weird.
It's not masturbation. It's another person.
Yeah. Yeah, that is very strange, but...
Yeah, I just... Ugh.
Yeah, I mean...
So, moving on from that.
Yeah.
I do... Probably one of my favorite moments earlier in the show, because it felt like it could have been intentional, but maybe unintentional, where Mobius is at the crime scene of one of Sylvie's fucking killing all the time cop people.
Right.
And it's like a church in like, I don't know, medieval times or whatever. And there's like a little girl who's like, hey, did you see who did this? And she points, and it's like a stained glass image of the devil. And I'm just like, fucking Mephisto, you really, did someone's doing this on purpose.
Man.
But the big, it's Mephisto of this series. It's like, it's Kang. It's probably got to be Kang. It's like, no way, they're not going to do Kang. Oh shit, they did Kang.
Yeah, it's weird too, because I'm just going to say Kang is like a comic character that I feel like nobody knew about or gave a shit about until recently.
It's a name I've heard.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think I also only vaguely know that he's technically supposed to be a descendant of Reed Richards.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, this is like my biggest peeve with the show. The finale introduces Kang, right?
Well,
And it's like
a variant.
A variant of Kang. And it's completely out of nowhere. It's super confusing. And here's what's going to happen. My geriatric parents are going to call me because they watch this stuff. And they'll be like, who was the fella at the end of Loki? And then I'm going to have to feel even more ashamed of myself as usual because I'm going to be like, it's a Marvel Comics character called Kang the Conqueror. He's like a time lord and he has like many different things, and this version of Kang is probably the version called Immortus because he's at the end of the timeline. He also has a version where he met Apocalypse and he was a pharaoh and he's related to Reed Richards, and I'm like, why did I spend my life learning this shit? Like, why is Marvel making it now like it's just like, haha, like the people that did the homework win? It's just like, no, this is not how it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be accessible to everybody. And now you guys are like slowly putting your foot into making this impenetrable. Fucking nerds. I don't want to be a nerd anymore, Bill.
Well, if I was a better friend, I would have handled that in a way that didn't involve kicking you several times in the shin.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna leave a mark. Also, you always go for the kicking.
Well,
it's a real dick move.
Well, I don't want to punch people. That's mean.
Yeah, I guess. Plus your soft, sensitive knuckles.
How dare you? It's okay. So, the Loki.
Yeah. Yeah, Loki. Kang the Conqueror. He's here.
He's coming, I guess. I did like the whole, you're not going to like the other versions of me. They're worse.
Yeah. I mean, all joking aside, the guy who played him, it was a pretty fun performance. He like showed up, he's eating an apple, he's like this like super crazy dude that has like insane time powers that...
Well, he's just using technology. Because he knows everything that's going to happen. He pre-programmed in his time pad thing every time Sylvie would try to stab him. And he would just be like, whoop, whoop, can't touch this.
Until the part where he didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, and he got a little scared because I don't know what's going to happen now. He is... I like the fact that he's crazy because he's probably been there alone for eons.
Yeah.
So he's just gone mental.
Yeah. It's weird too because do you think he is going to be like the big Thanos villain, or do you think it's more like he's like the big villain for like just like the Loki TV show?
Well, no, we know that Kang the Conqueror is going to be an Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I don't know if they're going to do just one big, this is the main guy for the next 8 years.
They're just going to do like all of them.
Because like there seems to be a couple different threads running through the MCU right now.
Okay.
We have the parallel Quantumania, Multiverse of Madness, Kang the Conqueror stuff. These seem to be seeding through each other. But then there's the Nick Fury's off in space doing stuff with the Skrulls, Captain Marvel stuff. That's going to include Miss Marvel and whatever that Secret Invasion thing's going on. And then we got Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld recruiting supervillains to form the Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers or something.
Something.
Yeah. So like we got these kind of parallel stories kind of interwoven. Now, do they all culminate at the end with everybody running at Kang the Conqueror? Maybe. Or maybe Kang the Conqueror gets stepped on by Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. We don't know.
Yeah, I guess we don't. And that's interesting. But I do think like Kang being revealed at the end of the show is just like very confusing to like a lot of people that don't know the comics. They'll just be like, who the fuck is this guy? Why should I care?
Well, I mean, I think they handled it in enough of a way where it's just like, look, here's a guy, he's weird, but there's a version of him that's like a psychopath or something. And he doesn't feel like he's been presented to the general audience as like a Thanos.
Yeah.
Like comic book fans are all like, oh, it's the next Thanos, but the general audience is like, oh, there's the bad guy for Loki season 2.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how it plays out. It's not like with the end of Avengers, where we know somebody sent Loki with an army to attack Earth, and then at the end, mid-credit scene, we see this big dude in a chair. It's like, oh, there's the big bad guy of the movies.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't come across that way from a general audience perspective, because like the general audience, using other pop culture as a frame of reference, big imposing dude sitting in an evil throne. Oh, it's like the Emperor from Star Wars, or that spiky dude from Lord of the Rings, or that bald fucker from Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, Voldemort.
Is that his name?
Yeah, his name is Voldemort.
Huh.
He's Snake Man.
Snake, huh?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
It is stupid. Harry Potter is stupid, but I love it.
I feel like I've said that to somebody once before.
But yeah, I Slytherin house for you for sure.
What?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's a Harry Potter thing.
Okay.
Man, that would be a podcast. Make Bill watch the Harry Potter movies.
No.
And then he starts talking with a British accent. Wait, there's probably a variant of you that loves Harry Potter. Get him on the podcast.
How you doing there, lad?
Hey, how's it going, Harry Potter variant Bill? What house are you in?
Slytherin.
I've made a terrible mistake.
That you did, lad. See? That's why I shouldn't be a Harry Potter fan.
That's true.
Fall right into the villainy crowd.
The guy was pretty scary.
It's just like with the Star Wars. I had to walk away. I killed so many younglings.
All right, then.
Yeah. So,
Man, we don't want to see Star Wars variant Chris.
God, no.
That would be too offensive. No. Well, actually, it'd just be a robot.
Really?
Kind of like Chopper.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are we even talking about Loki anymore?
I don't know. You know it. It's Marvel. It's the Loki show.
It's kind of gross.
It's required watching, possibly, but it's mostly good.
But a little gross.
Yeah, and the ending
kind of gross.
Yeah,
I'm not letting that go.
You're not. You're gonna be like every Marvel movie. You'll be like Shang-Chi was awesome, but let me remind you that Loki made out with himself, and that is gross.
It's kind of gross. You're sick, Marvel. You got some stuff you need to work out.
I mean, it wasn't as gross as Ultimates with like
no.
Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, where it's just like are they banging? And then like you like turn the page and it's just like, oh,
and
wow.
Oh God, and Wolverine's watching.
Yeah.
And Captain America's grossed out by it, but Wasp is like, what's wrong with that, Cap? It's fine. What the fuck?
Ultimate Marvel
was pretty terrible.
It was really good.
Was it?
It was. Spider-Man was good.
That's one part of it.
Ultimates was good until a certain point.
When a writer that should have stuck to Batman stories took over.
Yeah. Ultimate Fantastic Four was kind of uneven. Ultimate X-Men was...
I never hear anything about that.
Yeah, forgettable. I mean, Magneto became the big bad. I don't know.
Didn't he kill like half the universe or something?
No, he killed like all of New York with a tidal wave.
Whatever. But he killed like half the superheroes.
Yeah, he did. Ultimatum.
Don't read that.
Don't.
Marvel, please don't base it off anything. Stop taking stuff from the Ultimate Universe. You took all the good stuff already. Now you're starting to take the bad stuff. Don't take any more. Just leave it all. It's fine. Look, you can do Miles. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just leave the incest at the door.
Loki show. Oh my God.